everybody, welcome again. Today we're going to be talking about a K-drama called The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. It also has another name called A Million Falling Stars, I think, but I think the more popular one is The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. And the name, let's just say, especially the second name, A Million Falling Stars, has nothing to do with what is inside this show. So let's get started. Okay, so the story follows this young guy in his 20s. They're usually in their 20s or their 30s. Yeah, anyway, so it follows this guy. He has no family, he's an orphan, grew up alone, grew up in an orphanage, and after he grew up, he left the orphanage and eventually started living on his own. And there is a weirdness to him. He's not just this guy that just grew up and started living. Like, there is this weirdness to him. Basically, he lives like he's just living for today, and not in that kind of, oh, you only live once kind of thing. Like, he has no plan for the future. He just lives. He has no motivation for life. He's just living because he exists. So he doesn't even he's not even looking for a serious proper job. He works at a brewery, he works at a bar and a brewery, and he lives in this not really run down, but one of the cheapest kind of looking apartment. He didn't even paint the walls. That's how bad. Maybe it was even somebody's leftover something somewhere and he just rented it out. You can tell from this guy that he actually has no care or concern for life. He has no care for the world, and he has this weird demeanor about him that he has no friends. That's not what makes him weird, but he has no attachment to people. The people around him are either just workers, his colleagues, or his boss. Anybody he has something to do is usually around that, just those necessities of life. Those are the people that he surrounds himself with. He's not, I don't know how to describe, but really that's the only way to say. He has a very weird personality. One day he comes across this lady. Her name is Eugene Kang. His name is Kim Mo-young, and she's Eugene Kang. They meet each other, and for some weird reason they just strike this connection between them. They are almost their personalities are almost opposite. It's not like she's bubbly and all that, but she actually has a social life, and she wants to she's involved with the world, and she seems happy. He doesn't seem happy. He seems like he's just existing. But she kind of seems she's a very social person. She has a job she likes and all that. And at first they strike this connection with each other, and it's not because they like each other or they have this they're not really attracted to each other, but they just keep on kind of bumping into each other, and they can't avoid it. And eventually, though, it actually grows into something more. She also has a brother called Eugene Gook. Yes, you already know this. Oh my goodness, their names. In fact, Korean is really difficult for an African like me. For a Nigerian like me, I'm sorry, please. So anyway, she has a brother, Eugene Wook, and he's a detective. He's way older than her. In fact, he's old enough to be her father. Not in a creepy way. He's that much. He's 25 years older than her. But nobody questions it. This is very important because it actually is. It makes sense. It makes the plot make sense once you get into it. You guys should. It's weird. The show is weird, but check it out. I'm serious. Anyway, so she has this brother, and he's a detective, and he notices that this guy started kind of being around them more and more. On getting to know the guy more, he realizes that there actually is a past between both of them. That his sister and the guy, Mo-young and Jin Kang. And he doesn't like it because he believes that if they find out what happened in the past, it will actually destroy them, themselves. So he takes his all to break them apart. But obviously that connection is strong, and for some weird reason they fall in love with each other. So let's get into why I like this show. First of all, the actors. Oh my goodness. They are fire. They are one of my favorite actors. I've actually seen the guy in other shows, but because of this one, this was what made me really like him. He's in Shopaholic Louis or King of Shopping Louis or something like that. that, like, I'd watched him before this one, but this was what cemented my, like, my fondness for him. I don't want to say I'm not like a, I'm not like a, but I really liked him. I really like him. And even the lady too, I've seen her in other. This show actually was what made me really like them. And also her brother, I've spoken about her brother before in real life, like in real life. Her brother, like, I've spoken about the actor before. He's just phenomenal. All of them, especially the two main actors, they really know how to get into their characters, and I really love that about them. I also like the characters. Again, like I said, it has a very weird vibe to it. It's really dark. It's a thriller. It's not even a rom-com, actually. You know, it sounded like the way the plot was put, it sounded like it was like a romance and maybe like forbidden love. It's not. It is a thriller. Yes, it has romance inside, or rather the thriller is centered around the romance, but it is a thriller like to the core. It is so dark and it is so creepy. So it gave me a weirdness, and it's part of the reason I didn't like it, but it's also what brought me back. Just that, oh my god, like, there was just a creepiness to it, and I really liked it. It's weird. It's very weird. Like I said, I like the characters as well, especially the guy. They were the ones that really pushed the story for me. The guy is, I said the guy was weird, and it's not just that he's seemingly antisocial, but he also has this thing with his memory where he can remember exactly what he saw. So it kind of led him into trouble. He was suspected for something. I don't want to spoil it, but he was suspected for something because he was actually involved in some sort of criminal case, and because of everything around him, her brother, the detective, suspected him. And just the way their relationship was, the tension between them, you could smell it. I don't know how to explain it, but you could feel like it seeped out of the TV, out of the screen. I don't have a TV, I have a laptop. Anyway, it seeped out of the screen to you. Like, you could, it was almost like I was in it and I was between them. Like, he didn't hate the guy, he was afraid of the guy because of what the guy represented to his sister. And I just loved the way they made it. And you could smell it. There's nothing, like, you could taste it. It was very tangible. I really love that about it. The storyline as well, the thriller in it. I liked the mystery. I like the mystery, but at the same time, I don't like the way it developed. You know, it was a very solid mystery. Like, it was built on a good foundation, but I think maybe because they wanted to keep it weird and creepy and dark, for me, they didn't resolve it well. So that's one of the things I didn't like about it. The way it was, you know, the story eventually unfolded. I liked the plot. I liked the basis of everything and the mystery. But the way it unfolded, it wasn't bad. It's just, I personally don't like it. Just to explain a little bit of it to you, there were a lot of plots that they kind of just, it was just put there to satisfy something at that point. It didn't really roll on or roll out. Like I said about the guy's memory and all that, he only played a part in one certain place, but after that it didn't have anything to do with anything again, which is weird, because if the guy's memory was that sharp, why couldn't he remember his past very well? Or was it because of a traumatic event that he got that memory thing? I don't know. All I know is that they didn't really tie a lot of the plots together well, and then at the end of the day, when all the story unfolded, it was the way it ended for me. I didn't like it, and I think if you watch it too, I don't want to discourage you, because the story itself is really gritty, and I think somebody that likes thriller, someone that likes mystery, someone that likes, you know, and kind of like alternate reality or something something weird happening. If you have that kind of like inclination, I think you will like it a lot. But if you are this kind of person that likes, you know, rainbow at the end of the tunnel, and is that and if you like everything working out together, then no, this is not the show for you. I enjoyed it though, and I loved it. If I were going to rate it, I would say it consumed my every waking moment. Yes, it did, because of the characters and the actors and the story itself. It really hooked me. It kept me coming back. That's the truth. It really kept me coming back. I watched it, I think, in the space of 3 days, 16 episodes. I think they were over 1 hour long. It was good. I don't know if I did it justice in the way I described it, but it was good. My mind is all over the place, but it was really good. Yes, it didn't end well, but the story along the way, especially the foundation and what they were going for, like what they were trying to achieve, I mean, impeccable. Like I said, this show made me a fan of all the three main characters, or the three main actors rather. It made me a fan of them. It was beautiful. It is the weirdest K-drama I've ever watched. Like, it's the creepiest, it's the darkest. Again, I don't want to spoil it because I think I will talk about it more. I would actually, really get into what I really want to say about it more if I could spoil it. I think I would actually make you a fan, in fact, if I could spoil it. But just because I don't want to spoil it, I really want you guys to go and watch it yourselves. I'm telling you, it's good. It is good. It is really good. Anyway, that's it for me, and the smile has left your eyes. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to comment in the comment section and like if you liked it. Dislike if you don't like it. It's okay. Life, I ain't mad, I ain't angry, I ain't beef. Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you very much. As always, I wish each and every one of you wellness in every single area of your lives. Bye. Bye.